Minute 0. It happens. Not with a bang, but with a silent, universal freeze. Across the globe, every message fails to send. Every stream buffers into oblivion. Every digital connection just flatlines. Your phone is no longer a window to the world. It's a useless brick of glass and metal. You refresh, you reboot, you toggle airplane mode. Nothing. And you're not alone. Billions of people are doing the exact same thing, completely unaware that the invisible architecture of modern life has just been erased. This isn't just a hypothetical nightmare. We've seen previews when a single cybersecurity firm, CrowdStrike, pushed a bad update in 2024. It caused a massive IT outage that grounded thousands of flights and disrupted businesses worldwide. Now, imagine that on a global scale. This isn't just an outage. It's the dawn of the digital dark age. And the first 60 minutes will determine everything. In the first few seconds, nobody panics. It's just confusion and personal frustration. A video call freezes mid-sentence. An urgent email gets stuck in your outbox. Your smart home, now profoundly dumb, stops responding. Everyone's first thought is the same. Is my Wi-Fi down? A faulty router? Maybe. Or a neighborhood cell tower on the fritz. But this time, the silence is universal. By minute 3, the first systemic failure hits. The global financial system, a massive network trading trillions of dollars a day, basically evaporates. High-frequency trading algorithms, which handle most of the market's activity, go dark. The stock exchanges in New York, London, and Tokyo are paralyzed. It's not a crash, it's a flatline. There are no tickers to watch, no orders to execute. The world's wealth, most of which exists as digital numbers on screens, is suddenly inaccessible. By minute 5, the second pillar of modern life starts to crumble: communication. The silence is no longer just digital. Messaging apps are dead. Social media is a ghost town. For billions, these platforms aren't just for fun. They're essential tools for work, community, and family. We know from past regional shutdowns, like the one in Iran in 2026, how devastating this is. But a global shutdown, it's uncharted territory. Over 5 billion people, cut off from their main way of talking to each other, all at once. Around minute 10, the digital void spills into the real world. Card readers in shops and grocery stores are offline. Credit and debit card payments fail everywhere. Suddenly, we're in a cash-only economy, but there's a huge problem. Who carries tons of cash anymore? The first lines begin to form, not at stores, but at ATMs. But those machines are useless too. They're just networked terminals, and their network is gone. This is when the confusion starts to curdle into real panic. By minute 15, the problem escalates from inconvenience to immediate danger. The Global Positioning System, or GPS, is gone. We think of it for maps, but GPS is also a global timekeeper. Its satellites provide the hyper-precise time signals that sync everything from power grids to financial markets. Instantly, every navigation app is useless. Ride-sharing and food delivery services vanish. Truckers hauling essential goods are stuck, their digital routes and manifests gone. In the air, thousands of commercial flights have just lost their primary navigation tool. This is the phase where the true fragility of our interconnected world becomes terrifyingly clear. The failures are no longer just about money or messages, they're hitting the systems that keep us alive. At minute 20, the skies become a massive gamble. Air traffic control centers depend on a web of radar, satellite links, and internet data to manage the thousands of planes in the air. While their primary radar might still work locally, the systems that let them see planes over the horizon and communicate across sectors are failing. Pilots can't get new weather data or flight plan. We've already seen how GPS jamming can create chaos for aviation, but this is a total worldwide failure. Airlines ground their fleets, a grim echo of the 2024 CrowdStrike outage that canceled over 16,000 flights in just 72 hours. Planes already in the air are told to land at the nearest airport, but nearest is a tough call when your navigation is compromised. By minute 25, the lights start to flicker. Modern power grids aren't single entities. They're huge, interconnected networks, managed by software that balances supply and demand in real time. This balancing act needs constant communication and precise timing signals, often from GPS, to work. Without them, grid operators are flying blind. A small imbalance that would normally be fixed automatically could now trigger a chain reaction, plunging entire regions and then continents into darkness. At minute 30, the places we turn to for help are in crisis themselves. Hospitals, which are now data-driven ecosystems, are thrown into chaos. Electronic health records are gone. Doctors can't see patient histories, allergies, or medication lists. The ability to call in specialists or coordinate emergency responses disappears, and it's the same for emergency services. Dispatch systems that use GPS to find callers and route the closest units are failing. People's frantic calls to overloaded and failing phone networks just don't go through. This scenario feels like something out of a movie, but our dependence on these systems is very, very real. Major outages have already given us a taste of this chaos. Take a moment and think, what would you do first? How would you even find your loved ones? Let us know your plan in the comments below. And if you find this breakdown interesting, make sure to subscribe for more explorations of our modern world's biggest vulnerabilities. The second half of the hour is when the technical failure becomes a deeply personal crisis for everyone on Earth. The main emotion is no longer confusion, it's fear. At minute 35, the lack of information becomes dangerous. With no news websites, no social media, and no official updates, rumors become fact. Unable to get answers from their devices, people turn to the only source left, each other. A mass exodus begins from offices and city centers as people are driven by a primal instinct to get home to their families. This causes traffic jams of epic proportions. But this is gridlock with no traffic apps to help, and an increasing number of traffic lights going dark as the power grid falters. By minute 45, the economic damage is staggering. Estimates for typical outages suggest downtime costs for large organizations can range from a few $100,000 to over $5 million per hour. For a company like Amazon, whose revenue can be over $1 million per minute, a shutdown is catastrophic. But these numbers are abstract. The reality is that every online business, freelancer, and gig worker has just had their livelihood erased. National shutdowns, like Iran's in 2026, cost their economy over $35 million per day. A global event is an extinction-level event for the modern economy. At minute 50, the thin veneer of social order starts to tear. Without communication, trust disappears. The inability to contact family and friends creates a profound anxiety and isolation, which past blackouts have shown can cause lasting psychological trauma. People are now mobbing grocery stores, grabbing what they can, and paying with what little cash they have. The world of convenience we took for granted is officially over. As the clock hits minute 60, 1 hour since the world went silent, a terrifying new reality has sunk in. It's not just that the internet is down. The complex, interconnected world it created has shattered. Transportation is crippled. The financial system is frozen. The power grid is unstable. Global supply chains are broken. Communication is back to what it was 50 years ago. We are more isolated, more vulnerable, and more blind than at any point in recent history. In just 1 hour, we've gone from a world of total connectivity to one of dangerous isolation. The first hour of a global internet shutdown isn't a slow decline. It's a rapid, systemic collapse across every part of our lives. It exposes a fundamental truth about our civilization. We've built a world of incredible technological wonders, but we've built it on a foundation that is shockingly fragile. The internet isn't just something we use. It has become the central nervous system of the modern world, and we've just seen what happens when that system is severed. The chaos of this first hour is only the beginning.